The residents of Santa Fe Hills have been expressing their concerns about the proposed extension of Las Posas Road on the record to the City Council since September of 2002. The community's concerns regarding Las Posas continued to be expressed throughout the various Highland hearings. After the Highlands map extension request was turned down, due in no small part to the unresolved concerns about the ultimate disposition of Las Posas Road, the residents of the community requested a full, fair, and factual examination of the Las Posas issue by requesting it be placed on the City Council's agenda. Despite several attempts by the community, this issue was not placed by the Council on the agenda. The Council did not act on the community's requests. Finally, in desperation, the residents turned to the mayor, who doesn't need the agreement of the Council to agendize an item. The mayor requested the staff put Las Posas on the agenda. That was in January of 2006. The item was scheduled for February 28th, and that was the signal for the circus to begin. The residents of Santa Fe Hills have been continually lied to, manipulated, ignored, circumvented, lobbied against, denied access to vital information and documents, been excluded from secret and private meetings, all with the objective of defeating their request to examine fully and fairly the issue of the removal of Las Posas Road extension. In January of 2006, when this thing was scheduled for February the 28th, before it could get on the agenda, and before the Council had an opportunity to fully review the facts in an impartial manner, Councilman Jim Desmond, without reviewing the facts or all the documents or hearing what the public had to say, acting on his own without direction from the Council, sent a letter to Supervisor Horn, pitching to him that we should speed up pushing through Las Posas extension, and saying that he understood that this wasn't going to be popular both within the city and in the incorporated area, but he thought we ought to go ahead. No matter how anyone in this audience feels about the possibility of extending or not extending Las Posas Road beyond the city limits to Buena Creek Rd, no matter what anybody assumes or believes they know about the traffic impacts on the rest of the city or their own neighborhood, if Las Posas is not extended, no matter what anyone has been told in an email campaign or flyers urging them to come tonight and speak, the one indisputable truth is that the residents of Santa Fe Hills, like the residents of every other community in this city, are entitled to a full and fair hearing, without bias, without prejudice, and being fully heard. But the actions of one councilman to influence the outcome of this issue have been so violative of the process and the ethical constraints of his office as to permanently prejudice this item and any future hearings on this item, which there will be. This item will have to go through an EIR process, and it will have to go through environmental review, and there will be votes taken. But Mr. Desmond has completely prejudiced the hearing. The way that he did this was by, most recently, distributing his campaign literature for mayor, wrapped around a flyer requesting that people turn up tonight and speak against the request of the residents of Santa Fe Hills. This is over the line. Now, I understand that Mr. Desmond is the most junior councilman up there, and I understand that he is not terribly experienced, but I'm sure he received sufficient instruction upon assuming his office 2 years ago to know that this is unfair. In January of 2006, AB 1234 went into effect. I'd like to request that Mr. Desmond recuse himself from this issue and be the first of our appointed and elected council people to take ethics training according to AB 1234.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Pedersen.
Thank
you
you
very much.